Hi, I'm Vicki Norris, organizing expert of Restoring Order. Are you buried under paper and your tasks and to-do items layered under archaeology on your desk? Don't worry, today I'm going to show you how to process that paper by creating an action center. When incoming paper lands in your workspace, instead of piling it up, you need to capture and cue that paper for action. Hence, the action center. Its intent is to move paper along. We think of it like a runway. Your paper lands and takes back off through your action center. Of all the paper that hits your workspace, we now need to identify what is the actionable paper that we'll be using in our processing system. These are your to-dos, like invitations to reply to, calls to make, things you need to read through, that quick onesie-twosie, hot, immediate paperwork. This is different from other kinds of paper. A project is something that is short-term. There's multiple pieces of paper, multiple steps. This is a home improvement project. This is an employee file. This is permanent paper. This goes below ground in a file drawer. So processing active paper is the paper that you can move along because it's hot. Now we need to talk about the format of your action center. I've seen a lot of people using file folders for their tasks over the years, but there's several problems with that. First of all, if your to-dos are in a file folder, it kind of muddies the water between what is a project and what are those quick turnover hot items that just need to get processed. Secondly, when you put your tasks in file folders, you have to dig for them. Sometimes they get hidden. And lastly, sometimes you have something big that is actually a task. This is a book that I want to send to a friend, so I'm going to cue it for action in to do. So I prefer trays because they're open, it's a visual system, you can easily see what needs to be done. Okay, now it's time to go through your to-do pile and get it sorted by the action that is required. I like to use banker's box lids for this process. You'll want to have some sticky notes on hand for that purpose and some clips. So now you're just going to go through your paper and you're going to sort it by items that you need to do or you need to pay, phone calls you need to make. So as you go through this organic process, you are going to discover your unique kinds of action that are required. Once all of your actionable paper is sorted by type, now you can label your action center with the action needed. I like to use imperative verbs, like to read, to pay, to call, to file. This way, it makes it very clear what needs to happen to that incoming paper. Now that your workspace is clear of your to-do pile and all of your paper is queued for action, now the rubber meets the road. I recommend that you get out your calendar and you actually schedule daily processing time, especially at first, to keep that paper moving so that you can ensure your action center will be successful long term. For my step-by-step process, see my related blog, How to Process Paper, to tackle those to-dos and keep your workspace your happy place.